Good morning, friends. This is Jagdale. You are watching my channel Tech STO Ambak. Friends, my house construction is going on and I am sprinkling water on RCC columns or pillars of the house. It is very essential to sprinkle water on RCC for better curing. If no water is sprinkled on RCC, it gets weak and likely to break on stress. Here, one thing you must have watched. I am sprinkling water but immediately it gets dried. RCC actually needs to be dipped in water for best curing. Here it is not possible. By sprinkling it gets wet and dries immediately, whereas a brickwork retains water for some hours but RCC doesn't. For curing of RCC work, this primitive method is of no much use, so something new has to be devised so that better work can be performed. In this method of watering the RCC, lot of water is wasted. Also, you will waste lot of electricity also, and hardly any water is retained by the RCC and it gets immediately dried. Sprinkling of water by primitive method may work out in the season of winter and rainy season, but in summer season it is very difficult to get the columns wet and cure it properly. You can see here only 1/4 of the portion of the water is falling on the columns and 3/4 part of the water is just wasted and lost. To overcome this issue, I have devised my own method of sprinkling water on the RCC and column structures. For that, you need to have a plastic bag, binding wire and a needle. Here, plastic bags I have put inside the iron part of the column on the top of the column which is already made. Tied that plastic bag on all the four sides with the help of binding wire to the iron part of the column on top and made a small hole at the bottom of the bag with the help of needle. Now you need to fill this bag with water so that water comes drop by drop and falls on the column. And due to capillary action, this water spreads all over the column slowly and uniquely, so that this column is kept wet for a longer period. Here you can see this bag is being filled with the water. Now slowly, drop by drop, this water falls on the column RCC part, and this water fall on the RCC slowly is spread all over the column and keeps the column wet for longer period for better curing. Earlier, by sprinkling water with the pipe, column was wet hardly for few minutes. But with this method of bag and sprinkling water drop by drop, column is kept wet for around 3 to 4 hours, which results in the better curing of the column. Once this plastic bag is empty, one can refill it again, and same way again for another 4 hours column can be kept wet and cured properly. So friends, you have seen by this method curing of the column is quite good and result is very effective. So friends, do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.